Hello friends, from this lecture we will start with our unit number 3, that is electronic instrumentation. Now in unit number 3, that is in electronic instrumentation, we will cover the different electronic instruments like digital multimeter, then the function generator, then the DSO, that is digital storage oscilloscope, then AC/DC power supply, then the auto transformer, and the analog ammeter and analog voltmeter. Now in this lecture we will cover the first electronic instrument, that is digital multimeter. Now the learning outcomes. Now after studying digital multimeter, students will be able to understand first what is digital multimeter. Then second, the block diagram of digital multimeter, means detailed block diagram explanation of the digital multimeter. And the third, which are the different advantages, then disadvantages, and the applications of digital multimeter. Now what is digital multimeter or what is DMM? Now the DMM or digital multimeter is an instrument that can measure the DC voltage, then the AC voltage, DC current, AC current, resistance, then the conductance, then decibels, that is dB, or the gain, and it displays the major quantity digitally. And some DMMs or some digital multimeters are capable of measuring the temperature and frequency also. Now the front panel of digital multimeter. Now the picture shows the front panel of digital multimeter. Now the front panel of digital multimeter is basically divided into three parts, out of which the first part is the digital display. Now as it is a digital multimeter, means it measures the different electrical parameters and it displays the digitally. So digital multimeter uses the digital display, and this display is nothing but our 7-segment display, and it shows the which quantity you are measuring. Right now in this picture voltage is measuring, but which voltage? That is AC voltage. So the first part of the front panel of digital multimeter is the digital display. Then the second part of the front panel of digital multimeter is the function selector switch. Now this is very important, as we have seen the which parameter we are calculating or which parameter we are measuring, that displays digitally on digital display. And on digital display we are getting some AC voltage. So if you see the function selector switch, now the function selector switch, the position of the function selector switch is the is at the voltage, but the AC voltage. Now what is function selector switch? Now function selector switch is nothing but it selects the which quantity we are going to measure. Now here the different quantities are available, or different electrical parameters which we can calculate by using digital multimeter. These are available. First of all, the milliampere, which is nothing but the current, but which is in milliampere, but the AC current, similarly AC current, which is in ampere. Then the degree Celsius, that indicates our the temperature. Similarly the DC voltage, AC voltage. Likewise all the electrical parameters are available, means most of the all the electrical parameters are available on digital multimeter, or we can measure the various electrical parameters by using our digital multimeter. And the function selector switch selects the proper function which we are going to measure. And the third part of our digital multimeter is the input terminals for the measurement. Now this is very important part. Now if you see these input terminals, now these input terminals are basically divided into four parts. First one is your grounded, then second one is your, means by using that second input terminal we can measure the voltage, then hertz means frequency, then we can test the diode, then we can measure the temperature, also we can measure the resistance which is in ohm. Then the third part is the milliampere, means if suppose we want to measure the current which is in milliampere, then we can use this input terminal. Similarly the last input terminal, that is ampere, means if suppose we are going to measure the current which is in ampere, then we can use this input terminal. Now for digital multimeter there are basically two probes, that is red probe. Now red probe is nothing but our positive probe and black probe is nothing but our negative probe, and the connections of the input terminals for the measurement means the connections of the input probes for the input terminals of the digital multimeter is very important. Now your black probe or your negative probe is compulsory to be connected to the ground, while and the position of your or the connection of your red probe is totally depends on which parameter you are going to measure by using digital multimeter. Means if suppose you are measuring voltage, it will be either in millivolt or volt, then you can use second section. Similarly, if suppose you are calculating the current which is in milliampere, then you can use your third section. And similarly, if suppose you are measuring your current which is in ampere, then you can use last section. In this way, the front panel of our digital multimeter is basically divided into three parts, that is digital display, then the function selector switch, and the last, that is input terminals for the measurement. Now the DMM symbols. Now which are the different symbols are available on digital multimeter? Now there are basically a common 9 symbols which are available on digital multimeter. In previous section we have seen the function selector switch. On function selector switch, these are the total 9 symbols are basically available on every digital multimeter. Out of which the first symbol indicates our AC voltage, means if so, it measures the AC voltage. Similarly, the second symbol indicates the DC voltage. Means to measure the DC voltage, the position of our selector switch should be at this symbol. Then third symbol indicates our hertz, means if suppose we are measuring the frequency, then the position of our function selector switch should be at hertz. Then the fourth symbol, that is ohm. Ohm means for the measurement of our resistance. Then fifth symbol indicates our diode, means if suppose we are going to check our diode, means whether our diode is in working condition or not, then the position of our function selector switch should be at diode to test the diode. Then the sixth symbol, that is microfarad. Microfarad means it is as we know, the microfarad is the unit of capacitor, means to test or to calculate the value of capacitor, we can use this symbol, that is microfarad. Similarly, to measure the current which is in ampere, then we can use symbol, that is capital A. Then next, ground means for grounding our device we can use our 8 symbol. And last symbol, that is continuity. Now if suppose we are going to check the continuity of the circuit, then we should use the 9th symbol, and the continuity indicates, that is audible indication of continuity for the low resistance. Now which are the different features of the digital multimeter? First, it is light in weight. Then it is capable of giving more accurate readings as compared to our analog voltmeter or analog ammeter. Then it measures lots of physical quantities like voltage, current, resistance, frequency, etc. Then it is less costly, and it measures the different electrical parameters at high frequencies with the help of special probes. Now the block diagram of digital multimeter. Now first one is your input probes. Now if you see, the negative terminal is connected with the ground and positive terminal is connected with the function which we are going to calculate by using our digital multimeter. As we know, for digital multimeter there are basically two probes, that is black probe and the red probe. Now your black probe is nothing but our negative probe, and our red probe is nothing but our positive probe. Means for the input terminals of our digital multimeter, our black probe should be connected to the compulsory connected to the ground, and the our red probe, it should be connected to the function which we are going to calculate by using our digital multimeter. Now let's see how to calculate the first electrical parameter, that is resistance. Now to measure the resistance, we will require to measure the resistance by using our digital multimeter, we will require the constant current source, then the buffer amplifier, then the analog to digital converter, and finally the digital display. Now how to calculate the resistance by using our digital multimeter? First of all, the rotary switch is in position 1 and the resistance is connected to the input probes, means the one terminal of your resistance is connected with the negative one probe of our resistance is connected with the negative terminal of our probe, and the one terminal of our resistance is connected with the positive probe. Then the constant current source drives a current through the unknown resistance, and this produces the voltage across the resistance which is directly proportional to the resistance, and it is given to the buffer amplifier and then to the analog to digital converter. Then the analog to digital converter will convert the analog signal into digital equivalent or digital signal, and it is displayed with the help of the digital display. Now this is how to calculate the values of resistance by using our digital multimeter. Similarly, the second parameter, that is AC voltage. Now to calculate the AC voltage by using digital multimeter, the rotary switch is in position 2 and the input AC voltage is applied to the probes. Now if it is above the selected range, then it is attenuated with the help of the compensated attenuator, and then as it is AC voltage and at the output we require the DC, so it is rectified by using our rectifier to produce the proportional DC voltage. Then it is given to ADC, that is analog to digital converter, which displays the voltage which is in volts digitally. Then the third parameter, that is AC current. Now how to calculate AC current by using our digital multimeter? Now the rotary switch is in position 3 and the unknown current is applied across the input probes, and it is converted to the proportional voltage using current to voltage converter. Now if you see the circuitry of our current to voltage converter, then it basically use the op-amp, that is operational amplifier, to convert our current into the voltage. Now by using our op-amp, your current parameter will be converted into voltage parameter, then the output of your current to voltage converter is applied to our rectifier. Now why rectifier? Because as the input voltage means as the input current is the AC current, then our current to voltage converter, that is I to V converter, will convert AC current into AC voltage. So to convert our AC voltage into DC voltage, we will require the rectifier block. Then the output of our rectifier is applied to our analog to digital converter. Then analog to digital converter or ADC will convert analog voltage into digital voltage, and our digital display displays that voltage digitally. Now this is how to calculate the AC current. Similarly, the fourth parameter, that is DC current. Now how to calculate DC current? Now the position of the rotary switch is in position 4 and the unknown DC current is applied across the input probes. Now this is converted to proportional voltage with the help of the current to voltage converter, and this voltage is given to ADC without rectification. Now to calculate our DC current, we doesn't require any rectification, because for previous current, that is for AC current, as the input quantity is AC, that's why to convert our AC quantity into DC we require rectification. But to calculate our DC current, we are applied means the output of our current to voltage converter or the output our I to V converter is directly applied to the ADC, that is analog to digital converter, and the output of your analog to digital converter or ADC is applied to our digital display, and digital display will display the DC current digitally. Now this is how to calculate DC current by using our digital multimeter. And the last parameter, that is DC voltage. Now how to calculate DC voltage by using our digital multimeter. Now to calculate the DC voltage, the rotary switch is in position 5 and the unknown voltage is applied across the input probes, and it is attenuated and directly given to the analog to digital converter without any rectification. Again, as the input parameter is the DC voltage, that's why we doesn't require the rectification. That's why the output of your compensated attenuator is directly applied to your analog to digital converter. Then the analog to digital converter will convert our analog voltage into digital voltage, and the output of our ADC is connected with the digital display, and our digital display will display the voltage digitally. Now this is how to calculate the DC voltage. Now in this way we can calculate total number of basically 4 parameters by using our digital multimeter. First one is your resistance, means if suppose the position of our function selector switch is at rotary position 1, then we can calculate the resistance. But one more important thing is that is our negative probe or our black probe should be connected to the uh, negative, and our red probe of our digital multimeter should be connected with the with the function which we are going to calculate by using our digital multimeter. Similarly, if the position of our rotary switch is at 2, then we can measure the AC voltage. Similarly, the position of our rotary switch is at 3, then AC current. Similarly, DC current and DC voltage. Now this is how to calculate voltage. Current, it will be either AC current, AC or DC parameter, and the resistance by using our digital multimeter. Now, which are the different advantages and disadvantages of digital multimeter? First of all, the advantages. Now, the high accuracy due to digital display, then the automatic range selection, then the multimeter parameters can be measured using one instrument, then the high input impedance which eliminates the source loading. These are the various advantages of the digital multimeter. Now which are the different disadvantages? First, a battery is required to be used, means compulsory battery is required for the digital multimeter. That is the first disadvantage of the digital multimeter. And second, it is costlier than that of the analog multimeters. Now these are the various disadvantages of our digital multimeter. Now which are the different applications of digital multimeter? First, we can use our digital multimeter for AC or DC voltage measurement. Similarly, we can use our digital multimeter for AC or DC current measurement. Then by using digital multimeter we can measure the resistance also. Then to test our diode or transistor we can use our digital multimeter. So these are the various applications of our digital multimeter. Thank you.